This wasn't in the textbook, but it should have been. Hey everyone, in the previous video we looked at how to solve x in terms of y if we are looking at some exponents. In this video we had to write all the terms as the same base, use some exponential laws to solve it, equate these exponents once we have dropped these bases, and then solve the linear equation. Well, for today we are going to look at this video where we are going to solve a tricky looking equation involving a square root. So we'll isolate the square root, we'll try and eliminate the square root, and then solve the resulting equation step by step. Let's solve it. So let's dive in. So step 1, let's isolate the square root. So to do this, all I'm going to do is, let me just quickly rewrite this. I will have the square root of x plus 8 minus x equals 2. To isolate the square root, I will add the x on the other side or on the right hand side. So I will have x plus 8 equals 2 plus x. This can also be rewritten as x plus 2, just because we are used to seeing it like this. So x plus 2. Once I have this form, we can eliminate the square root as I wanted to by squaring both sides. So to square both sides eliminates the square root accurately. So I will square both sides so that it remains the same. So therefore I am left with x plus 8 as my left hand side. However, and this is something that frequently happens with my learners, is here this value is not equal to x squared plus 4. Please make sure that you do not make this mistake. This is a trinomial. We need to expand it accordingly. So the expansion of this trinomial in fact is going to be x squared plus 4x plus 4. So this is the expansion of this equation. Now all I want to do is I want to go and write this in my standard form. I want to set everything equal to 0, so it would be easiest to take all of these and bring them across. So 0 is equal to x squared plus 4x minus x. I'm subtracting the positive x value on the right hand side, plus 4 minus 8, again subtracting the negative or the 8 on the right hand side. To simplify this, I'm left with x squared minus or plus 3x minus 4, and this is equal to 0. So now that I've combined my like terms, I can factorize. So to factorize this, we need two numbers to multiply to -4 and to add to 3. So in this case they're quite simple, and they are 4 and -1. So to factor this, I will have x plus 4 and x minus 1. So remember that in my initial video, the very first one that we did in this series is that I now need to go and write these possible solutions. So in this case, I need to have x is equal to -4 or x is equal to 1. It is extremely important that we go and test these values. So please make sure that it is important to go and test both answers that I have here. Once I've tested these, I can then state whether or not one has a solution or whether or not one is valid. So if I test the first one, where I substitute -4 into the original equation that I have, so therefore I will have -4 plus 8, which is then in this case, so -4 plus 8, which is equal to 4, and then I have -4 plus 2, which is -2. So therefore I can already see that there will be no real solution for -4. However, if I substitute 1 into my equation, and I have 1 plus the 8, which then gives me 9, and 1 plus the 3, or plus the 2, which gives me 3. The square root of 9 is 3, so therefore 1 is true, so therefore this will then be the answer. So, always make sure that you test your answer at the end. That is extremely important. Again, thanks for following along. Always remember to check your answers when working with a square root, because squaring both sides can introduce what we call extraneous solutions. If this video helped, like and subscribe for more maths walkthroughs, and always send your comments so that I can answer any questions that you have. See you next time. Now that you know, pretend it was obvious all along.